Sound&Vision TV questa sera con il re della dark wave moderna, Peter Murphy. So, hello.
Hello, how are you doing?
And let's start talking about your new upcoming album. Would you like to tell us something?
The album's ready. It was made in Woodstock, New York, with my full band that I played with tonight, including John Andrews, Mark Thwaite, both of which are guitarists, and bass player Jeff Shortoff, and the drummer Nick Lucero. And I'd written the music, all the music, with my co-producer, co-writer David Barron, and he lives in Woodstock, and we've been working for a year on and off, not all for a whole year, but here and there writing really quickly. And I wanted to get a feel of the performance element in the new work, and to utilize the band, which I've been touring with now for 2 years. And we reached a point where we toured America for 3 months in the winter of 2008, or the actually late summer of 2008, and we reached a point where there was such a good chemistry going on that I decided with David Barron to utilize the band and go straight into the studio to record the songs that we'd already written and arranged. But and so we only spent a week really, or 8 or 9 days, making these songs and recording not live, but the performance tracks of what we later edited and did some treatments and additional work to. And it's an album that's not out, not going to be out yet. I'm still making a decision as to what label or what way that I'm going to release it. So for now, I've been touring a tour which I call the Secret Covers Tour, which I started in the summer in America for 3 months, and now I'm here in Europe, and just at the end of the Italian leg of it, tomorrow we're playing Milan. And I wanted to present some of the new work, my own work that's already known, plus also some of the Bauhaus classics that after Bauhaus had finally split in 2006, I felt it was really, I was the only person to carry the flag for the people who really love that work. And it's also my own work, and I think it works well. So for the first time, I'm playing some Bauhaus material in my own solo performances. So that's interesting. But also, the Secret Covers name really comes from the fact that I've always played around with doing cover versions on all my work in the past, way back to Telegram Sam and Ziggy Stardust and Third Uncle Eno and all those sort of people. I've always I covered Iggy Pop, I covered Magazine, other people too that I forget. But so I wanted to make an impromptu, quick turnaround and make cover versions for every month during these tours, which I call the Secret Cover Tours, which I'm releasing on my own iTunes label called Huvola Records, and only at the moment available on iTunes. But once I get the collection, I may just release it or maybe offer it with the up and coming album. So the album's not out yet, but I'm having a series of cover versions. The first one was Instant Karma by John Lennon. The second was Space Oddity by David Bowie, which I played tonight. A more ambient, transcendent sort of feel. And the third one is Joy Division's Transmission. And the next one's going to be Hurt, which I recorded with Trent Reznor. After which I think there'll be a Neil Young one maybe. I'm not sure yet. That's how I'm working them. I'm making quick decisions with and working ideas up, and then recording. Sometimes, Transmission was a live recording from New York in July, this last July, the concert there. And the same team, John Sickett, who is the engineer of the album, also mixed that. And I'm also, David Barron is, the co-producer, is also working with me on the more non-live versions, non-live cover versions. So the same team is working on it. And once the album is out, it will make sense in terms of the names and the flavors that I'm starting to bring up in the cover versions. It will make sense once the album's out, to the hardcore fans at least.
And what about the artists you are covering? Are for you the most important artists, the one you prefer?
Always the artist, but often the song itself, and how that relates to flavors that I'm trying to put out also at that time, and maybe lyrical ideas which are very that can be turned into my context, like another context that is not reliant only on the original artist's intention. So I think that's how cover versions can work well. You can turn them into your own in a way, just as much as any original song in a way. But you always have in the background like a nod of the head, some sort of respect for the original artist, but not always. Magazines, the light pours out of me. I wasn't a massive fan of Magazine as it turned out in 1981, but it was good. I liked it but that song, the notion of I am pure light, I like that idea a lot, and that, so there's an example of how I chose that.